Someday you're going to learn not to mess with the 8-bit misfit.
I'm going to throw every man over the top rope.
I'm not scared of you. You better be scared of me.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SNT Warpath. I'm your lovely handsome commentator and general manager, Bert Chapman, and with me as always is my co-host, Angus Critiques. Are you ready for some violent action tonight, Angus? I am pumped up, Bert. We have been building to this event for a while. We've got the tag titles on the line, the Nonstop Championship, the Women's title, the SNT World Championship, and to cap it all off, a 20-man Royal Rumble to determine the #1 contender for the SNT World Championship at Total Domination. We've got one hell of a night ahead for you folks, and let's not waste time any longer. That's right, Bert, the following match is a tag team match, and it is for the SNT Tag Team Championships. Making their way to the ring right now, the team of Danny Sexbang and Ninja Brian, better known as Ninja Sex Party. NSP beat the Meat Wave, not like that's that hard to do, and they secured themselves a title shot here at Warpath against the current champions, the Gatecrashers. The Gatecrashers won their tag titles off of Hollywood Babylon, and since then Hollywood Babylon has disbanded. They didn't disband of their own accord, Bert. CJ Carter of the Gatecrashers broke the Miz's ribs. Duke Quinn is now on his own and no longer a part of a tag team. I mean, Angus, that's a fairly smart move on behalf of the Gatecrashers. And maybe a smart move to stop your opponent coming back, but it's also incredibly cruel and inhumane. They brutalized the Miz. Yeah, well, he's the Miz. No one likes the Miz anyway. Duke Quinn liked the Miz. Clearly, he was on the tag team with him. And now the Gatecrashers are here, so shut your mouth, Angus. And they are showing their support for Duke Quinn with their pink attire. I think that's more of a coincidence than anything, Bert. I don't know, Angus. Tommy Prime doesn't seem like the kind of man that believes in coincidences. That doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, it doesn't have to, Angus. You just gotta know that these two are the tag team champions, and they're not gonna let those belts go anytime soon. The Gatecrashers first arrived in SNT when Tommy Prime drop-kicked Duke Quinn in the back of the head, claiming that Quinn is not a worthy champion and that he's a joke to professional wrestling. And look where that got him, Angus. He is now a champion here in our division. Yeah, but he's not a respected one. I'd rather have the gold than the respect, Angus. The gold gets you more poontang. Ew. Stop saying words. Right now, stop it. No can do, Angus. Those are the titles up on for grabs tonight here at Warpath. If you're gonna say words, say them right. Oh my god. You're not the boss of me, Angus. I'm the boss of you. Shut up. And the match is now underway. Carter and Danny in the ring. And Carter being a good boy and demolishing the Mazel Tov cocktail. CJ Carter going for the grab suplex. I was going for a powerbomb there for a second. And Danny getting back to his feet. And a backbreaker to Carter and a neckbreaker to Boots. It's going to take more than that to break him. He's a tough lad. And Carter with a reversal. Firing back with some punches of his own. And Danny Sexbang is down. Tommy Prime being tagged into this matchup. And Tommy going for the chop block. Seems like he may have actually hurt Danny's leg there. And I think he's going to continue working the leg or the face. Tommy Prime is notorious for his face busters, and Danny Sexbang is going to experience that firsthand here tonight. And right on the face once again. Wouldn't be surprised if his nose gets busted after that one. And now Tommy Prime backing Danny into the ring, and the tag's been made again. See, Angus, this is why the Gatecrashers are so good. They work together constantly. Hollywood Babylon always seem to be out for themselves. They were still a team, Bert, just unfortunately a less experienced team than the Gatecrashers. Tommy and Carter have been tagging for years, while Miz and Duke only been tagging for a couple of days before their debut. Yeah, just a couple of rookies. I mean, good try though. They still won the SNT Tag Team Championships in their debut match, Bert. Don't take this away from them. I ain't taking nothing from nobody. Ooh, okay, Danny may be taking that away from Carter. Carter going to spinning! And Danny has taken control of this match after the savage beating he has gotten. And now it's time to tag in the actual living ninja into this fight. I think that's a bit unfair. We should probably check him for illegal weapons. Well, last time he didn't have any illegal weapons on him. He seems to be a somewhat trustworthy fellow. You are far too trusting of an individual, Angus. And CJ Carter going for the legs. And you gotta slam the knee onto the mat. And Tommy Prime getting back into this fight. It's prime time, kiddos! And go for a Pele kick to the face of Brian. PhD ain't gonna help you there, buddy. And now Prime working the legs. Just like Carter was doing him earlier, he's got him over into the submission. He's locking in, trying to stretch out those joints. That doesn't look like it's going to be enough, though, Angus. Ninja Brian has some strong, lovely calf muscles. Being lovely isn't enough to win a championship, Bert. Despite relying a lot on his looks, Duke Quinn was still able to back up the fact that he was a professional wrestler. DDT from O'Brien. Oh, Brian is looking to get something in here, going for the stomps. And Tommy Prime kick to the stomach. Ninja Brian in control of this matchup. And an arm drag from Tommy Prime. Gatecrasher's back. Okay, never mind. Ninja Sex Buddy back in control. Ninja Brian is definitely the dominant force of NSP. Just like Carter is of the Gatecrashers. Where Danny and Tommy both relying on the speed. And Brian going for the pin, but Tommy kicks out at 2. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep a good Prime down. We saw that vicious punt Brian inflicted on Walter the Weenie last week. Do you think that's enough to keep him down? Angus, even Walter was able to kick out of that punt. That was like a butterfly, if anything. Maybe a housefly. Clothesline from Sex Bang. And Danny is going for the cover now. And Tommy Prime going to be able to kick out of this kick out at 2.5. The match continues. They are still the tag team champions. Elbows to the face of Tommy Prime. Danny Sexbang getting in the fighting spirit once again. He's rejuvenated after his rest on the outside. It's not going to be enough though, Danny. You should know that. Incoming! Danny dropping a fist on the face of Prime. And once again going back to the elbows. Oh, Prime's in a bit of trouble here. Come on, you can do this, Tommy. Get out of this fight. You can prove to me. Prove to me you're great. Yeah, you're great. Now Carter getting back into this fight. Tommy taking a much-deserved rest on the outside. CJ Carter right in the knee. Danny Sexbang flying off with the flurry of punches. And throwing Carter across the ring to the feet of Ninja Brian. Now Danny dragging Carter back into the ring. And Danny's looking for a big stomp. I think he's going for... Oh, he missed. Blatant disrespect to the champions. And Danny's gone for the pin kick out at 1. That wasn't even a 1 count. Angus Russ had never hit the mat. That's so good. The Gatecrashers saw it. Danny with the elbows once again. He keeps working different body parts. His elbows got to be getting sore. And CJ Carter. Irish whip into the corner from Sexbang. The Unicorn Wizard's got something planned here. And kicking Carter in the stomach. Beating him down. He's going on the outside. Tommy Prime, though. Ruining whatever he had planned for him. Picking him up. And spinning him around. Dropping him right on his face onto the outside. CJ Carter now out here getting Danny. Gonna get that son of a bitch back into the ring. Oh, this ain't going back to the ring right quite yet. Delayed vertical suplex on the outside. Once again, the Gatecrashers showing that they are the dominant tag team in SNT. Move over, Meatwave. I don't think Meatwave's going to be their biggest problem there, Bert. They got no competition, Angus. They are fully in control of this fight. They can hold those titles for as long as they damn well please. And Carter throwing Danny into the boot of Tommy Prime. And Prime is fired up, throwing his arms around. Danny's getting back to his feet. Prime with the Irish whip back into the corner. He seems to be conversing with Carter about something. Looks like he waited a little bit too long. Danny in control again. And Tommy going for Ninja Brian on the outside. That's what he calls a distraction. Primetime face buster. And Prime goes for the cover. And this could be it for Danny Sexbag. It is! The Gate Crashers retain their championship gold. Or green. It's never the gold. That primetime facebuster right there is what sealed the deal for the Gate Crashers. They are still your SNT Tag Team Champions. And I knew they would hold on to those titles, Angus. You can never doubt Tommy Prime and CJ Carter. I wasn't doubting them, Bert. I'm just a little upset that we didn't have some new champions here tonight. Oh, come on, Angus. There's plenty of other matches tonight. I'm sure someone will happen. I'm sure something will make you happy for once in your miserable life. I just prefer when my winners aren't cheaters and lowlifes. And you would hate Las Vegas. Oxley just became the new women's champion.
No one else in this division is a threat to you, and you know it. So you bitched out and went after Maelstrom instead of me, and that ain't gonna fly. I'm not scared of you. You better be scared of me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Warpath, and it is time for the Women's Championship. Make your way to the ring right now, the former Women's Champion, Caitlin Rose. Caitlin lost her title at the last pay-per-view, Summertime Blues, to the current champion, Roxanne Oxley. The match was a tables match, meaning whoever put someone through a table was the winner. And Caitlin didn't go through a table. It was the third woman in the match, Maelstrom, that Roxanne picked up the victory from. Caitlin wants retribution. She wants her title back because she never lost it. Well, in her mind, she never lost it, because technically she did lose it. Either way, Bert, it probably doesn't feel that good to lose your title because someone else was defeated. Well, Caitlin's got a chance to get her title back. She's just got to go through the bruiser known as Roxanne Oxley first. Yeah, I'm not going to lie there, Bert. That is a terrifying prospect. Roxanne Oxley is one of the most dominant competitors we've seen in SNT so far. She's remained undefeated up until now. And is that streak going to continue tonight? That streak's going to end right here, right now, if Rose has anything to say about it. And she does, because she's her opponent. That's kind of how wrestling works, isn't it, Angus? Just look at Oxley, the imposing nature she carries with her. You know when she walks into a room that someone is getting their ass kicked. Angus, let's play a little game of Would You Rather right now. Okay. Would you rather be locked in a room with an angry Roxanne Oxley or an angry Tyrannosaurus? That's a tough question, Bert. I think either way I would just curl up in a ball and cry. Oh, I knew you would say that, Angus. You're such a wimp, weenie. And what would you do, Bert? I'd curl up in a ball, but I would just cry on the inside. And this is what this fight is all about, the women's hardcore title. Roxanne and Rose both fired up. And right out of the gate, Caitlin is laying in with a flurry of blows and a drop kick. And another one. She's trying to get Roxanne down. And Caitlin's going for a running bulldog. Still working the head of Roxanne. And now snap. And Caitlin still in control. Roxanne has yet to get a hit in. And she's going for the stretch, trying to wrench the back and the neck. Caitlin is definitely a specialist of making your head hurt like hell. She's an expert in submissions and strong style, Bert. But it looks like the taunting was a bit too much. ROXANNE with a headbutt! After all the damage Kaitlyn already did to her head, ROXANNE's still using her actual head as an offensive weapon. And Kaitlyn with a roundhouse kick. OXLEY going down like a falling tree. Arm drag, Kaitlyn is now down. ROXANNE stands tall. And going for leg stomping on the back of her thigh. Getting the knee in there as well from the looks of it. And Rose in a bad predicament here. ROXANNE's got her up, slamming her down. Mitsunoku driver. Elbow drop to boots. ROXANNE is feeling fired up. Kaitlyn fired up as well. Elbows to the face. And another roundhouse kick. OXLEY going down. Elbow drop right on her tailbone. And Rose getting ROXANNE back to her feet. ROXANNE with a reversal. Headbutt once again. And a kick to the face. Kaitlyn better get out of there fast. I don't know if she's going to go out, Bert. She is going to go down fighting. A slap to the face. ROXANNE showing disrespect. Kaitlyn, in her eyes, is a waste of her time. ROXANNE once again getting taken out by that roundhouse kick. Rose is not letting anything get past her face. First onto the mat. Kaitlyn is extraordinarily aggressive tonight, going into the armbar. Up, now she's going for some sort of submission. Oh, God, this is all kicking up so quickly. I don't think she's going to be able to keep the hold on Bert. Yes, she is. There she is, letting it go. Going to focus more on kicking the hell out of ROXANNE rather than trying to make her tap out. ROXANNE slamming Rose onto her back once again. Angus, this is a brutal match between two extraordinarily powerful women. And Rose now getting covered. ROXANNE going for the pin. Rose with a kick out at two. I think I actually knew she wasn't going to be able to get the pin in there, but she's still going to go for it and try. I think she, in her eyes, that's giving her a bit of good graces. I think you're right there, Angus. ROXANNE wanted Kaitlyn to not kick out and save herself. She was giving her an opportunity to save some sort of major injury if anything were to occur. Kaitlyn with her dodge. Going for the chop block. Oh, ROXANNE caught her with the slap once again. Even a slap from ROXANNE would hurt like hell. Those punches are brutal. Can you imagine what the slap would do? Running bulldog. Kaitlyn working that face and the head, which I guess is kind of an oxymoron since both are pretty much connected. I like how you have to confer the fact that a face and a head are pretty much connected. A face is on the head, Angus. I know, Bert, just... That does not look comfortable! ROXANNE stretching Rose's leg out as far as it'll go. She might snap that thing out of its socket. ROXANNE releasing the hold. I don't know how Kaitlyn is standing with a bull hammer to the face. And Kaitlyn wisely getting out of the ring. Going over to the barricade. Kaitlyn going back in. Sending ROXANNE in, I should say. And now she's going in. There we go. She'll get there eventually. Kick to the back. Rose turning OXLEY on her back. Oh, maybe a little too far. But either way, elbow drop. Right on the tailbone once again. OXLEY is having a bit of some trouble here. She's a bit dazed and confused. Not quite sure where she is. Fireman's carry. And a chop across the chest. Going for a Ric Flair kind of woo there. Kaitlyn with a reversal. DDT to ROXANNE. And Kaitlyn is fired up, but so is ROXANNE. This could end badly with a roundhouse kick once again. Those are always catching ROXANNE off guard. Kaitlyn going for the pin. This could be all it for the champion. No, it is not. ROXANNE is still in the fight. OXLEY's not letting that title go anytime soon, Angus. You should have known that better by now. I was going to make a comparison saying that ROXANNE is like the female Tyrannosaurus, but I think it's more apt to say that Tyrannosaurus is the male Roxanne Oxley. What makes you say that, Angus? Tyrannosaurus wants to keep his title and just hold off till each pay-per-view. Roxanne wants to fight at any single chance she can get. Catching the ref in the middle of it. Suplex to Rose! And yes, Angus, I 100% agree with you. Roxanne is the kind of person that goes out at 2 in the morning looking for a bar fight, and she's got the pin. Caitlin Rose, is she going to be able to kick out? She does! 2.5! Both women exhausted from this grueling match, but my God, how these people in this crowd here tonight in Miami, they are on their feet. And Roxanne has Caitlin in the hole, elbow to the back of the head, and a kick. Roxanne driving Caitlin to the corner. Caitlin with a reversal roundhouse kick once again. This is a match for the ages, Angus. I can't believe the power behind these two athletes. Roxanne going to the outside. Caitlin with a punch to the stomach. And she's going for a bit of Randy Orton draping DDT. Shades of the Viper with that one. And now Caitlin going for the pin. This could be it. Caitlin could be the first. Oh, so close to being SNT's first two-time champion. Caitlin was right in what she said, addressing Roxanne, that she is the only person Roxanne fears in this entire company. Roxanne knows that. She is going through her paces here. Suplex from Rose. Caitlin is dominating this matchup now. That title could be hers. Caitlin getting Rose to her feet. Grabbing her by the hair. Gripping it tightly onto that ponytail. And Rose is setting it up for her. We've seen this move before and it gets better every time. Springboard cutter! The air is electric in here. Bert, Caitlin getting into the corner. We've seen this setup. We know what this is. Rose is going to fire off like a bottle rocket. I hope Roxanne is a good dentist. Here she goes. Come on, Caitlin, you got it. Kinshasa. Oh my God, Roxanne reversed it. Roxanne reversing the Kinshasa. Oh no, Roxanne going for the stunner. The stunner to Caitlin Rose. And OXLEY going for the pin. Caitlin is right at the ropes, but she's been knocked out completely cold. Roxanne retains her title. Oh my God, Bert, what? That was what? Oh my God, that was an incredible match. I'm at a loss for words too, Angus. That was unbelievably amazing. And Roxanne is still the women's champion. Fantastic display, though, from Caitlin Rose. That Kinshasa reversal, though, unfortunately, that left Rose open perfectly with a stunner. And Roxanne was able to capitalize on that opportunity and pick up the victory to retain her title. I don't think we've heard the last from Rose, though. I think, if anything, that just fired her up more. An amazing display of athletic ability in Miami tonight, Bert. Unfortunately for Caitlin, it wasn't enough to beat the champion. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic display from both of those women back there. It was extraordinary, which I guess just sounds like it was more than ordinary, but it was fantastic nevertheless. Before we go any further, Bert, let's put out a little message for some of our fans out there. That's right, Angus. After tonight's episode, we are going to be upgrading Saturday Night Thunder. We're going to be moving from WWE 2K16 to WWE 2K17. And with that, we're looking for some new talent. If you have a character, an idea for a character, a voice, a song, artwork, anything, click on this link here and you could be an SNT. We are looking for all sorts of people from all walks of life. We want to make SNT a community project. We want as many people involved as we can. Click on this link for more information. And while we have your attention, we would like to extend a special thank you to Fun Gone Wrong for their song Warpath, the official theme song of SNT Warpath. Check them out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and their debuted self-titled album is available now from most fine online retailers. Give it a look-see, there's some good stuff on there. My personal favorite song is Cry Me a River. That's enough ad reads for now, Bert. It is time for another championship match. This time for the Nonstop Championship, currently held by Gunso Afro. Gunso has been on a streak of holding that title ever since he took it away from the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose. And for those of you that don't know, the rules of the Nonstop Championship are simple. Every 2 weeks, no matter what, the title must be defended. Simple as that. Stipulation matches can happen. Anyone can compete for it. It is all up for grabs. And Gunso has done a damn fine job of protecting that title. But we'll just have to see how well it goes tonight, and who his opponent is going to be. Anyone and everyone can challenge for this title, Bert. There's no telling who is going to come down that rampway tonight. Let's find out. Oh my goodness! We haven't seen this man in 10 episodes. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Dollar Jim is back. I believe his name is Big Dollar Jim, Angus. Not Big Dollar. Hard R, man. That's offensive. Jim got taken out a while ago from an injury from Tyrannosaurus after a shotgun dropkick broke one of his ribs. He seems to be back in perfectly fine condition. I don't see why Miz can't come back later. It's because Miz has 3 broken ribs and a torn rotator cuff. He's going to be out for a while. Either way, it's good to see Big Dollar Jim back in action. I've always been a fan of BD Jim, as the cool kids call him. Plus, he makes it rain money. I'll admit, rain money is pretty cool. Just be a shame that's Monopoly money. Wait, it is Monopoly money? Yeah. What, did you think it was real money? Well, I thought it was. But I think that kid at Whole Foods thought it was too. Wait, did you actually buy groceries with this money? Yeah, I got some onions and some asparagus with it. And the kid at Whole Foods thought it was real. This stupid country. Yeah, well, I guess that means it's not my fault. I got some free avocados. They said you got asparagus. Vegetables are all the same, Angus. Either way, let's get this match underway. Calling up outside, Big Dollar Jim versus Gunso Afro. Gunso getting the elbow. Or the knee, I should say. It's the elbow of the leg. It's like the chicken of the sea. And you say I'm weird. Either way, Gunso with a punch to the face. Back to his feet. Jim coming in. Slamming Afro down onto his back. Now Big Dollar Jim's getting him up. Stomp to the gut. The 7-footer with the sweet stash is looking to gain some control here. And he's got Afro in a headlock. And he is not going to go easy on that poor son of a gun. Irish whip. And Gunso into a pop-up powerbomb. And Afro being brought back to his feet with a reversal, catching Jim on the chin. And that'll ring his bell right there. Leaning on the ropes, Afro with an Irish whip of his own. Jumping up, oh, drop kick. The step-up drop kick cannot be so bold. Then a backflip to boots. Gunso's proven he is one athletic man. Going for the big boot and missing it. Zigzag DDT from the big guy. The Ravic is on the pre-show, Angus. He's wrapping those enormous thighs around his head. It's like being choked to death by earmuffs. Rather odd phrase if I've ever heard one before. Are you sure you're not slowly rubbing off on me? And Bert, you said it the wrong way. I think we're both just awful people. Going for the kick. Going for a throat jab. All of these attacks missing. Moonsault! Springboard moonsault from Gunso. Legends say that Gunso Afro sacrificed his afro to be able to fly. And who told you that, Angus? Some guy I met at a backstage. And who was this guy? Was it Gunso himself? No, actually it was Sulfur. That would explain some things. Yeah, in hindsight, it really should have. Fist drop right on the face. He should probably take those glasses off when he wrestles. Yeah, but he can't see a thing without his glasses. He's like Velma Dinkley. Jim on the outside. And Afro bring him inside. Oh, you just invite him inside. Come on, have some tea and cookies. It's lovely. He's a great hostess. Moonsault again. Springboard off the top rope. He's got quite the legs on him. Going for the pin, hoping to retain his title. Not going to happen quite yet there, Gunso. Still not going to stop him from showing off. I mean stopping. I got shopping on the brain. I've been on Amazon all day. Looking to buy some new car seats. And then big move there from Big Dollar Jim. Everything about this guy is big. His wallet, his moves, his size, his pews, his pins. Kick out of 2, that wasn't quite as big. He's probably got a big car and a big house and a big... You know what? I'm just going to stop saying the word big from now on. Yeah, we all know what you were thinking, Angus. It's okay. I just got ahead of myself there. I mean, it's perfectly fine to admit, yeah, you have a crush on Big Dollar Jim. That's not what I'm saying at all, Bert. Oh, you're not? No, I'm straight. I'm engaged, dude. Oh. Well, apparently I am just really bad at misreading signals, just as Gunso is really bad at... Okay, he's maybe not bad at kicking out of that. The fight between Gunso and Jim continues. And Jim with another Irish whip. He's going to catch him on the rebound. Picking him up. Oh! DDT reversal from Gunso Afro. That's the acrobatics we were talking about earlier, showing off into full effect, giving Neville a rivalry. Oh! I think he's meant giving Neville a run for his money. Yeah, I did, but I got too excited. Brain chop! Clean up on aisle 3. Gunso Afro is down. And going for the pin. Big Dollar Jim could win a title right here tonight, but Gunso can kick out at 2. Jim's not going to let that stand. Wrenching the neck of Afro. BD Jim, he's got some plans for this poor man. And he is fired up, waiting for Afro to get back to his feet. And ooh, right in the eyes. Oh, don't, oh, blow, blow. How did the ref not see that? All is fair in love and war, Angus. And getting hit in the crotch is a bit of both, I think. And Big Dollar Jim dragging the corpse of Gunso back to the center. 1, 2, 3. We've got a new champion. Gunso's reign is over. And now begins the era of Big Dollar Jim. The 7-footer captures his first title here at Warpath. Despite an excellent display of athleticism and acrobatics from Gunso Afro, it wasn't enough to stop yourself from being hit in the balls and losing your title that way. That's just horribly disrespectful from the champion. But you said it right there, Angus. New key word. Champion. Getting a good old shot in the jimmies can get you places. I suppose that Big Dollar Jim is going those places. He is now the Nonstop champion. In 2 weeks' time, he's going to have to defend that title just like Gunso has been doing all this time. In an admittedly tragic defeat tonight for Gunso, someone get that poor son of a something in an ice pack.
My reign will not be stopped. They cower in fear because they know what I am capable of.
I got what it takes to be the face of the company and beat Tyrannosaurus. I won a match for SNT World Championship, and I won it tonight.
As much as I'd love to give you a shot right now, you gotta earn it. Tommy and Misfit will go up against Quinn Reviews in tonight's main event. If Misfit and Tommy win, the Gatecrashers get a championship match against Hollywood Babylon, and Misfit gets a title match against Tyrannosaurus at SNT Warpath. It is over! The 8-Bit Misfit just secured himself a championship match with Tyrannosaurus.
Someday you're going to learn not to mess with the 8-Bit Misfit.
I shall vanquish and devour you, just like I did to everyone that stood in my way!
We are back, ladies and gents, and it is time for the SNT World Championship match. Tonight may very well be the last time we see Tyrannosaurus as champion. Keep telling yourself that, Bert, but right now there's your golden boy making his way to the ring. Oh, and he better make his way to the ring very, very fast, Misfit. Stop strolling, Misfit. Misfit, oh god, please, no, save his neck! Oh! A butterfly suplex onto the ramp. That thing is hard as steel, and an elbow drop. Tyrannosaurus ambushing Misfit on his way to the ring. This isn't even an Extreme Rules match, but Misfit finally getting some action back in. Tyrannosaurus! Oh yes, this press! Come on! Misfit, go kick that 8-foot. He's like 7 something. Oh, either way, kick him in the dick! Someone's not happy about what's happening right now. How could I possibly be excited about this? Oh, Jesus! Tyrannosaurus wants to keep his title. He doesn't want anyone taking it away from him. Even though he said he wanted some competition. Friggin' hypocrite. Either way, this fight has moved into the actual ring now. The bell has been rung. This match is officially underway. Like we said, this is a World Championship title match. between Tyrannosaurus and the 8-Bit Misfit. And we're going to see if Misfit can finally topple the prehistoric beast of SNT. Tyrannosaurus hasn't been seeing any in-ring competition since Summertime Blues when he defeated Brock Lesnar. Lesnar came in and challenged for the title. Tyrannosaurus put it up, and he beat the hell out of the beast incarnate. The prehistoric beast always reigns supreme. Is that why the dinosaurs are extinct? You know what I mean. Tyrannosaurus is still undefeated in SNT. Misfit's hoping to change that. He's hoping for speed and agility to overtake brute strength in this situation. It's a good philosophy, but I'm not sure if it's going to pay off. Oh, Misfit almost getting dumped on the outside. Oh no, Tyrannosaurus! Suicide Spear! Right into the chest of Misfit. That'll knock the wind out of your sails for sure. That might be enough to pin him right now. Oh, I sure hope not. This fight can't be over that quickly. Misfit has got to have more in his tank. We'll see how much he has in there, but Tyrannosaurus is going to empty that tank pretty damn quick. Misfit being thrown into the steel steps. Now T-Rex, admiring his handiwork. Going back in the ring, and Misfit going to the top rope. He's going, oh, okay, he's getting that down. He ducked and a leg sweep. Playing Tyrannosaurus right into his own hands. Misfit's taking advantage, an uppercut, and ringing his bell. And a punch again. Misfit is on fire right now. And Tyrannosaurus just can't handle this. He's still standing up though. He has not been knocked down yet despite Misfit's best efforts. Oh, and Misfit getting some fire return. Oh, fireman's carry. Misfit still in the fight. And Tyrannosaurus getting his chin in. That could have bit through his own tongue there. Misfit taking a second to relax, a second to show off, and a second to inflict some pain. Elbow drop on the monster. 8-Bit going for another one of those. Slamming himself into Tyrannosaurus' jaw. Right on the top of the head. That cannot be comfortable though. Sometimes it's about the sacrifices you need to take to inflict pain on someone else, Bert. That sounds like something a serial killer would say. Yeah, I take that back. Misfit's he's just working on some stuff. And the knuckle sandwich applied to Misfit head right now. Come on, Misfit, you can fight out of that. Tyrannosaurus breaking the hold and going for the pin. Trying to daze Misfit and squeeze his skull into place. Misfit kick out of one. Tyrannosaurus with a knee to the back. Misfit going flat down again. Tyrannosaurus getting him up to his feet. Misfit with a reversal into the corner uppercut. Tyrannosaurus being placed into the corner. Misfit chaps to the gut, one to the jaw. And hurling Tyrannosaurus across the ring. And a kick to the back. Oh, Bert, I think that just pissed off the beast. Up and down. Big sidewalk slam. Tyrannosaurus dusting himself off like Misfit was a mosquito. What Misfit does in about 6 or 7 strikes, Tyrannosaurus can do in one. And that is not a good thing. Misfit's tank's gotta be running on empty. Oh, and it's time. Misfit, please don't do this to yourself. And Tyrannosaurus has got him up into the prehistoric power bomb. Misfit going down into the cover. This is all over. Misfit kick out! Misfit kicked out of the prehistoric power bomb at 2.5. A feat only accomplished so far by Brock Lesnar. I knew he could do it. It seems like Tyrannosaurus is a little perturbed, a little intrigued. Power of the Oh, okay, that's not going to happen then. Misfit going for the big punch, still having those brass knuckles in his tights. Tyrannosaurus bitch slapping them out of his hand. Now the surfboard stretch applied, trying to rip those arms out of his sockets. Misfit's got the smart move on here, trying to damage him over time. If he can just avoid the big hits, Misfit might actually be able to come out of this fight on top. You're such an advocate for the Misfit, and you're still doubting him in this fight? I thought he was your golden boy. I thought he was everything in the world to you. I thought he was the best fighter in SNT, in your opinion. I still think that, Angus. Maybe second best. I mean, Tyrannosaurus is nothing to shake a stick at. I mean, I've already got a cake made up for him when he comes back victorious, but there's still that doubt that he could lose. Is that really just a doubt, or is it a bit more than that? I'm pretty sure he's going to lose, but still, if anyone's going to beat Tyrannosaurus, it's going to be the 8-Bit Misfit. Like that, with a suplex on the outside. He suplexed the 350-pound... Oh, he's a lot of heavy, man. Misfit once again hitting Tyrannosaurus with that spike. And back into the ring, hoping for the countouts. Misfit does know that the title can't change hands on the countout, right? I don't think he's aware of that, but I think at this point he's just trying to not die. Looks like it's not going to work for him. Tyrannosaurus back in the ring, big boot. Misfit dodging it. Good old fella, Misfit. Oh no, boy. And Tyrannosaurus has gone for the roll-up. He's catching him in. This is how Misfit won. Oh, not going to happen. That's how Misfit won the first episode of SNT when he won the YouTube Championship. Trying to use his own move against him. Like, that's cowardly. You remember when Gus Reviews put Misfit through a barricade? And then Misfit put Gus Reviews through a barricade? Big boot. Maybe he deserves that. I wouldn't say that, Angus. I think he's a perfectly fine individual. I think he's got good tactics, and Gus Reviews stole them from him. Gus Reviews did that before he did. Shut up. Okay, big fighting words. And Tyrannosaurus is tearing apart the ring on the outside. I think he's playing to send... He's definitely planning. There's no probably about it. He wants Misfit to go through that table. But Misfit! With a neck breaker on the outside. Elbows to the back of the head. Tyrannosaurus is not as fast as Misfit. He knows that. Misfit knows that. And he's taking advantage of it. While Tyrannosaurus is dazed back into the ring, he is staying far away from that announce table. I don't blame him, Angus. That is, when it's in that prime of a position, you don't want to be anywhere near it. Looks like Misfit's going to go for the pin on Tyrannosaurus. I don't think it's going to be enough to put him away. What do you think, Bert? I think... Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter what I think. I was totally right. I wasn't wrong at all. Ever. Shut up. A solid rebuttal from our chairman here. Tyrannosaurus going back on the outside. Misfit following suit. And Tyrannosaurus is just luring him over to that table just as he intended. And this is not going to end well for Misfit. But Misfit reverses it! Kick right in the stomach! Tyrannosaurus being thrown unceremoniously back in the ring, elbow to the face. Misfit once again getting out of that situation, avoiding that table. Tyrannosaurus catching him, clothesline! That turned him inside out, oh boy. And Tyrannosaurus back to his feet. And he is fired up, clothesline. And a big back body drop. And Tyrannosaurus going for another hit. Misfit with a reversal. Knee to the face. Tyrannosaurus down on his back. Misfits could take this right here, right now. Leg DDT. Misfit's got an opportunity. He better capitalize on it before Tyrannosaurus comes to. And now Misfit sending Tyrannosaurus into the corner. Misfit is not going to be able to get out of this one this time. And Tyrannosaurus throwing Misfit over the top rope once again. Trying to get him on that table. Oh, he's not going for the table, Angus. No, he's not. Tyrannosaurus going for the steel chair. But if he does it, he's disqualified. But the title's not going to change hands. Chair to the stomach. And no, DDT onto the chair. And the ref's calling it. This match is over. Tyrannosaurus' first official defeat in SNT, but he's not stopping here. Bert, this isn't about the title. This is about the audacity of someone trying to take his title away who didn't deserve it. And Misfit is... Oh, God, someone get that poor man a neck brace. Tyrannosaurus on the table. Misfit going through prehistoric powerbomb through the table. Oh, my God. Tyrannosaurus. Oh, you... He knew he was going to lose. That's why he threw the match. He kept the title, but he didn't win. Oh, Misfit. Oh, buddy. I'm so sorry. Tyrannosaurus sending a message. Don't come for his title. Whoever wins this Royal Rumble is going to have hell to pay at Total Domination. I think that's just going to make him even more determined, Angus. Some of these guys have a lot to prove. And we're going to find out just how much they have to prove right here, right now. It is time for our main event. Oh, Misfit. Miami, we are back, and it is time for our main event. Bert, you doing okay over there? Yeah, I'm okay. I just got off the radio with the guys backstage. Misfit's gonna be okay. The son I never had is gonna be okay. Wait, what? Don't worry about that. It's time for the 20-man Royal Rumble, starting off with Jared the Anarchist Smith. In our last main events of SNT, Jared participated in a triple threat match along with Sulfur and Gus Reviews. The loser of that match would be number 1 in this Royal Rumble. So who lost that one, Angus? Yeah, it was probably Sulfur. Yeah, I mean, that guy's kind of a weenie anyway. Either way, Jared is out here, and he is still determined to get all the way to number 20, throwing out 19 other men, and getting a title shot at Total Domination, the grandest stage of them all, to quote Mr. Vince McMahon. We're quoting Mr. McMahon because Total Domination is basically SNT's WrestleMania. Huge show, New York City, it's gonna be grand, it's gonna be such a good times. And between then and now, we also have one more pay-per-view. We're gonna be overseas with SNT London Blitz. The Anarchist certainly has his work cut out for him tonight, but he's staying determined. And plus also he gets an actual entrance with Pyro, unlike everyone else coming out here soon. Well, except maybe in our number 2, he's gonna get his full entrance. The timer hasn't started yet. And now we just have to find out who number 2 is. Well, this is certainly an interesting mashup. The Anarchist versus the Law. Inspector Javert, all the way from France, is number 2 in the Warpath Royal Rumble. Javert has dedicated his life to control, order, and enforcing the law. And Jared is the antithesis of everything that Javert stands for. Anarchy, no rules, loud obnoxious rock music. These two have very different opinions on how the world should work. That just makes for an even more intense matchup, Bert. I'm excited to see these two. It's something I didn't know I wanted to see until right now. Well, you're getting it, Angus. Javert is in the ring. Jared is in the ring. Enough waiting around, kiddos. It is time to kick off the Warpath Rumble. Breaking a bit of kayfabe here, but I am excited for this match, Bert. It is the final farewell to 2K16. It's been a lot of fun, but it's going to just get even better in 2K17. Alright, enough with the breaking character. Neck breaker! Let's break some other stuff. Alright, sounds good to me. Jared and Javert fighting it out. Javert getting knocked in the face. And with an arm drag, Jared goes flying. The Anarchist flat on his back. The Law standing over him as nature intended. Well, if you're looking through the eyes of a police officer, sure. But the Anarchist decides that Nonstop cocktails would probably be more effective. Over the top rope, Jared hanging on. And getting back into the ring. It's not out yet. Reminder for those of you that don't know Royal Rumble rules. Both feet have to touch the floor for an opponent to be eliminated. And every short time or so, not quite sure what it is, someone new is going to come in. Someone like number 3, Ziggy Zeppelin. Alright, the rock star is here. Ziggy Zeppelin is in the house and he is ready to go all the way to number 20. He's already trying to get some help here. Javert and Ziggy trying to eliminate Jared Smith. Smith powering out of it. Javert now going for Ziggy, slamming him down. And the Anarchist getting the Law back into a suplex, slamming him onto his back. Ziggy standing off to the sides, now going for Smith on his own. Smith gone over the top rope. This may be a final goodbye. He may be out quite early in this matchup. Number 4 making his way out here. Oh, Jared getting on this fight. Ziggy looking for suplex. El Cartographer at number 4. You know he's the illest. Making his way to the ring, El Cartographer is here. Going after Javert, and Javert getting him in a headlock. El Cartographer already over the top rope. This could be a quick stay for him. Ziggy and Smith battling it out. Irish whip. Ziggy fighting back. Flurry of punches. El Cartographer managing to stay in. Russian leg sweep. There's so much going on in these types of matches. Ziggy's up onto the top. Oh! 630 cents on to the Anarchist. I want to watch the hair. Could have cut him with the mohawk. El Cartographer trying his hardest, and Javert has been eliminated. We have our first casualty in the Warpath Rumble. Oh, it looks like we're going to have a second casualty here. This man will not last long. Walter the Weenie losing on the pre-show to Ryback. He's entering this fight, and he's flat on his face already. You know, that's pretty much what to expect from Walter the Weenie, Angus. Yep, no doubts from here. Drop kick from Jared Smith. The Cartographer is going to take care of Walter the Weenie, for it looks like. Shouldn't be too hard, maybe just give him a light breeze to knock him over. Jared and Ziggy on the outside. Fighting for some control here. And Ziggy with a headbutt. Mohawk right to the stomach. That has got to be prickly. And the Cartographer now on the outside. Jared joining him. Ziggy and Walter going for some control. I don't know how much they're going to have out there. And it's time for a man we have not seen in quite a while. Remy Tim back in SNT. It's been since the second episode since we saw Timothy here. He competed in the first ever Battle Royal for the Nonstop Championship. And 5 men in the ring now. Oh, 4 men. Walter has also been eliminated. El Cartographer getting Jared. Oh, clothesline. Remy Tim wasted a little time trying to get Ziggy out there. Didn't work though. Punch to the face. Ziggy getting some control. Slamming the incredibly short, flamboyant, colorful man onto his back. Jared Smith duking it out with El Cartographer still. This match has started to sort itself out. Kublai Khan in at number 7. It's been a while since we've seen Kublai in an SNC ring, even though he competed in the first ever SNC match against Sami Zayn. Yeah, Sami Zayn of all people. I thought he was going to be in SD a bit more. Yeah, well, we got Brian Zayn instead. Yeah, that's a fair point. I'll take that trade. Why not? And Kublai Khan immediately going after Jared Smith. Is he going to be able to come out? Smith has been knocked out. The first man in the Rumble has been eliminated. And the Cartographer going after Kublai now. Remy and Ziggy still fighting it out. And we got another man coming in now. Who's going to be Angus? Who's going to be in at number 8? Let's find out.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
I don't know what we're talking about right now, Bert.
That punk right there is Rip Armstrong. He's from another wrestling promotion called Extreme Impact. What the hell is he doing on my show?
Well, from the looks of it, Bert, I'd say giving El Cartographer one hell of a beatdown.
This is just... oh... Rumbles are a bad idea, Angus. You never know when someone's just gonna come invade your freaking show. Better send someone else over there to teach him a lesson. Yeah, El Cartographer, you kick his ass. You're doing a good job.
Don't think El Cartographer would last long over there. Doesn't seem to be lasting too long here. Big boot from the newly introduced Rip Armstrong.
Oh, don't make him sound impressive, Angus. This guy's a... these words I can't say in front of children.
And Kublai Khan and Rip already forming an alliance to get El Cartographer out.
Oh, Kublai, come on, you suck.
And just like Remy Tim, a man we haven't seen since the second episode of SNT, The Fresh is back in the ring.
Oh, I can see why we haven't seen him in a while. He's something to look at, isn't he?
And Remy Tim working Ziggy Zeppelin, working the side. This could be it. One more man can be eliminated. Ziggy is out of there.
I don't even know how Rip got into this place. Who let him in?
Either way, it looks like he might be eliminated by The Fresh.
That'd certainly be embarrassing. I don't really wish that on anybody.
And another big boot. It's a Payless shoe sale. Boots going out everywhere. Everyone gets a pair.
Kublai Khan throwing Remy Over the top, Remy hanging on by his tiny, tiny little hands. And Armstrong beating the hell out of the minty fresh one. And Remy with a backbreaker to Kublai. Fresh going over the top rope. He's able to keep hanging on for dear life. Armstrong giving him no time to relax, no time to rest. Once again, throwing him to the outside. Looks like Armstrong has an important message to send to the Fresh. What might that be, Bert? Get the hell out of here! You're the Fresh! You showed up in like one episode. Yeah, it's, I'd probably send him a similar message. I'd leave him a voicemail or two. Things are about to get a little weirder. Here comes everyone's favorite periodic table element, Sulfur. Sprinting down to the ring like a madman. Big boots! Another one instantly knocking the sails out of the wind of Sulfur. I may have messed up some words there.
Yeah, I'll say you did.
And Sulfur already dazed and confused. Able to get Rip in a headlock and putting Rip on the ropes himself.
Well, I suppose the best way to counter Invader is with a weird guy. I don't know, I don't have an analogy for something like this.
I don't think it's too effective there, Bert.
Yeah, I don't agree either.
And throwing Sulfur onto the top of Remy Tim.
And Armstrong with a suplex to Remy Timothy.
Let's see who's going to come out next. Oh, look, Bert, it's your favorite person in the world. My cousin Gus Reviews.
Oh, goody gumdrops. I just love this bearded asshole.
He's into the fight. Remy Tim is now out of there. Rip turning his attention to the bearded critic. And going for a suplex. Reviews onto his back.
Looks like Sulfur's able to stay in this fight. Kublai and Sulfur going at it. Armstrong and Reviews duking it out a little.
Armstrong back to his feet now. He's got Reviews by the hand. Irish whip.
These guys have lovely matching colors, don't they?
And Armstrong with a kick. Oh my God!
Oh, this is a grand old happy day. Rip Armstrong can stick around for all I care.
Reviews was in that fight for 40 seconds before being kicked out by the Invader, Rip Armstrong.
Brian Zane in this fight now, it looks like Sulfur might be getting a little bit of vengeance for Gus Reviews. Okay, maybe not.
Like you would want to see anyone do anything nice for Reviews.
Well, Armstrong invaded my company, and Reviews chokeslammed me. If they just want to beat the crap out of each other, that's fine by me.
And Armstrong continuing to show his dominance in this matchup.
Sulfur hanging in there like a little cat on a tree. Zane and Kublai fighting it out. And a backbreaker to Rip Armstrong.
Kublai showing some strength here. He might be able to get Brian Zane out of this one.
Don't count on it, Angus. Don't count your eggs before you make an omelet.
Doesn't make any sense.
What else doesn't make any sense is why the hell Sheriff Woody is showing up in SNT still.
I mean, he did win on the Summertime Blues pre-show.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Elbow drop.
And Woody in this fight. Brian Zane and Woody fighting it out now. Kublai turning his attention to Rip Armstrong. Oh, and a punch to the back of the head.
And Woody with a backbreaker to Zane.
And Rip Armstrong on the outside. He's fighting to stay in this. And he's able to keep his spot here. Bert, how would you feel if someone from EXI won the SNT championship?
I would not feel good about it. Angus, thank you very much.
I think it'd be great. It'd certainly be better than the WAP Goblin showing up.
Oh, Sulfur's been eliminated, and the WAP Goblin's here. The WAP Goblin versus Sheriff Woody. This is just freaking weird.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that, Bert. We have some guys like Brian Zane and Rip Armstrong in here. Ooh, zigzag from Kublai Khan there. We got these legitimate wrestlers against these... I don't know, man.
Wrestling's weird, Angus. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good place to end that conversation.
Arm drag from Armstrong. I'm not saying, but whatever. Why is he still in my freaking Rumble? Get him out of there. I'm going to enter myself in here.
Yeah, you're not going to go down there, Bert. You're not going to wrestle.
Yeah, don't say it out loud like that.
And Brian Zane getting beaten down by both Woody and Rip. And Woody from the top rope.
flat stomach on stomach action. This sounds like something in my search history. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to tell. Kublai Khan beating down on the WAP Goblin. A lot of these men down and out and dazed. Looks like everyone's getting back to their feet now. Guess my statement doesn't really matter anymore. And Rip Armstrong going after Woody, Brian Zane, and saving the sheriff. We've had Javert, we've had Woody, and now we have our third police officer, Judge Dredd, making his way to the ring. He's having a nice little stroll on down to the ring, I should say. And Judge Dredd with a neck breaker to Kublai Khan. Oh, and look at that! Aren't you going to be happy about that, Bert? Oh, what are you saying? I was looking at my crossword puzzle. Rip Armstrong has just been eliminated. Oh, great! That's awesome! Fantastic. I didn't see who did it, though, so they're not getting a raise. It was me, Bert. I went down there and threw him out for you. Oh, really? I should give you a raise, then. What, really? Yeah, how's this for a raise? I don't think raising your middle finger at me counts, Bert. Well, it made me chuckle. Dredd and Kublai fighting it out. Brian Zane watching on. Oh, Brian getting in there, knocking out Kublai and Dredd. It takes a lot of work to do that. Also, isn't it a little unfair that Dredd's wearing body armor? Yeah, but I mean, who cares? It's a Rumble. We had a guy just show up out of nowhere and invade it. Why not have a guy in armor? Sure, why not? Curb stomp to Kublai Khan. I think Kublai may have gotten busted open there. Yep, that definitely looks like some blood. Judge Dredd thrown over Sheriff Woody, now taking his evil vengeance on Kublai, and it's time to go swinging into the corner, slamming Kublai's head into the bottom turnbuckle. It's time for the other half of the meat wave. Douglas Big Ham Bacon into this fight, and Dredd with a neck breaker to Bacon instantly. And Dredd beating the hell out of Douglas. Brian Zane eliminated. I think what Dredd's doing there is called tenderizing the meat. Ooh, I like it. Good wordplay there. Well, thank you. I worked hard on that one. And this is just a big old cluster. Everyone's just still kind of confused what's going on. It looks like things getting back into action. Dredd with a clothesline. Douglas fighting out of this. Woody and WAP Goblin doing something very inappropriate in the corner as Kublai watches. Oh, dude, say, get step in there. Stop something, man. And Kublai's got the WAP Goblin up. Oh, Woody breaking it up. And a massive clothesline to Kublai. The Fallout role player's down on his stomach. Oh, sweet dang Moses. Woody almost suplexed Douglas right out of the ring with that one. Be an effective way to get someone out in a rumble, I suppose. And Kublai Khan dropping the WAP Goblin onto his back. And Dredd watching onward. Taking him in to catch some air. Uppercut! European uppercut to the WAP Goblin. Douglas, I think there was a power slam there to Woody. Now Bacon going to the top rope as Dredd beats him up. Oh, super kick! Woody had a snake in his boot and it just met the face of Douglas Big Ham Bacon. Oh, looks like the Dukester is joining the party. The former tag team champion is here and inside the ring in the Warpath Rumble. Just so people remember what they're watching. I mean, it's now we're into it, but you're probably watching SNT Warpath, just so you know. And Quinn, unfortunately, getting some crap kicked out of him there. Oh, and Kublai going after Quinn right now. Right hooks to the face. Quinn fighting back. Looks like Quinn might have an advantage. Okay, never mind. DDT from Kublai Khan. And Dredd and Bacon working on the WAP Goblin. Oh, and looks like all three of those men getting the WAP Goblin out of there. Woody focusing his attention back on Douglas. And Dredd coming over to see what's going on with Duke. And Dredd with the Irish Whip sending Dukester into the corner. Duke avoiding a clothesline. And a stomp on the chest of the Law. And Woody going for a swinging once again with Bacon this time into the corner just like he did to Kublai earlier. That is not going to be comfortable. I know those turnbuckles are padded, but still, that is brutal. Judge Dredd and Kublai both working on getting Duke Quinn over the ropes. Kublai's got the leg. Dredd's got the torso. Quinn may be out of here. Punch to the face. Kick to the stomach. They're back in this fight.
Alliances don't last long in a rumble. Dredd and Quinn have something going on here. Super kicking Enziguri right into the head of Kublai Khan. That has got to be it. This is the Swan Song Bullhammer. I don't even know how he's going to stand after that. Kublai Khan's got to be out of here after that one. Quinn getting him under the bottom rope. This has got to be it for him. And Kublai is out of there just in time for the former president of the United States to show up. Nixon is in the house. He's going to go Watergate on this son-bitch. I guess that's an expression. And he actually wore a suit this time instead of that weird Kurt Angle inspired thingy. Duke Quinn with a punch in the face. And Nixon getting Quinn backbreaker. Dredd and Woody setting something up there. I don't know, Woody seems out of it. I don't know how much longer he's going to be in here. Neckbreaker. And Quinn just got dropped on his back. And Nixon getting thrown into Douglas. And Nixon getting a backbreaker. All these bad things happening to Nixon. This guy is not having a good day.
At least Nixon didn't seem to have a very good presidency either.
And Dredd and Woody back at it. Woody throwing Dredd onto the ground.
Quinn and Bacon over in the corner. Nixon eyeing them carefully. What's going on here?
Suplex
To the Dukester.
Nixon's got him up. He's over the back. Oh, what a gut buster to Quinn.
Looks like Quinn's back on his feet though. Clothesline. And another one. He's going to be able to hit the third. Yes, he does. Quinn is back in action.
And in at number 19, we've got the Jack 'em Up Kid. All the way from Omsky. Showing up once more in Saturday Night Thunder.
His longtime rival, the cartographer, was in here earlier, but it looks like it's time to get out.
He thinks Jack 'em Up Kid thinks it's time for him to go out too. Duke Quinn on the ropes. Woody being thrown out of the ring. We got 5 minutes. Oh, roundhouse kick. Same thing that took Oxley down earlier.
But remember, I guess that didn't keep Oxley down.
Dredd and Jack 'em Up Kid having a bit of a tussle over there. Douglas Bacon over the top rope. Looks like Nixon and Quinn forming some sort of bizarre political alliance between the handsome and the powerful. Didn't seem to pay off though. Oh, a drop kick to the president.
Looks like Bacon studied the same school Dolph Ziggler did. Check back at the 4th of July special. It was a pretty good match.
Douglas down on the bottom rope. He's been thrown over the top. He can be eliminated now, and Nixon is looking to do just that. And he does. Douglas Bacon has been eliminated. And Duke Quinn is looking to get rid of the former president of the United States.
Dredd and the Kid going at it. It looks like Nixon has been eliminated.
We are down to the final 4, even though the 4th man hasn't even been introduced yet. Either Jack 'em Up Kid, Judge Dredd, or Duke Quinn is going to total domination.
Well, there could always be a 4th man going, Angus. And it looks like Dredd might not be here much longer.
And here's the final man. Gunso Afro is back in the ring.
Anyone not holding a title was eligible for this fight, and Gunso lost his title earlier tonight.
That makes him perfectly legal to be in this matchup, and we are down to the final 3. Jack 'em Up Kid, Gunso Afro, and Duke Quinn getting thrown down with a DDT. JEK going to the top. Oh, and leg drop right onto the chest of Duke Quinn. Gunso Afro. Afro being picked up by the Jack 'em Up Kid. Now it's his turn. He's put back down. Oh! Roundhouse kick.
I'd also like to point out that I think Gunso got a little hot earlier. He has changed back into his trunks instead of his full tights.
I mean, I'm not going to question him. And a Shining Wizard from the Jack 'em Up Kid.
And Duke Quinn throwing Jack 'em Up Kid over the top rope. And he is fighting for control here.
Duke Quinn is desperate to win this match after losing his tag team titles. He is going for the world title and he is fighting all out. Oh my god, Jack 'em Up Kid eliminated. It is down to Duke Quinn and Gunso Afro.
Gunso Afro's got stars in his eyes.
He's going to be seeing stars around his head in a second. Oh, maybe Quinn will. Dark Matter. Gunso Afro sending Dukester down to the mat.
He's got him by the legs. Things ain't gonna end too well here. Oh, and a stomp on the leg.
He's going to make it harder for him to get out.
Gunso Afro is fresh into this fight. Duke Quinn's been in here for a while. And a whippersnapper from Gunso. Gunso lost his title tonight. Dukester lost his title last week. Both these men have something to fight for. And Gunso with a scissor kick. But right you are, Bert. Both men have a lot to gain from winning this Rumble and going on to get the world title.
Or at least a shot at the world title. We saw it earlier with 8-Bit Misfit, unfortunately. It's gonna take a lot to beat Tyrannosaurus.
Gunso's been thrown to the top rope. This is Dukester's time to strike.
I don't think Dukester thinks it is, Angus. He's back in the ring already. Not worth the trouble.
Oh, it looks like Dukester may have hesitated a bit too long. Dukester on the outside. This could all be over. Gunso's got him on the bottom rope. He's going to kick him out underneath. And Gunso Afro, oh, he doesn't get it yet. Gunso Afro still in the contention. Duke Quinn still in the contention. Swinging neck breaker.
This is taking all the fight Duke Quinn has.
Surprisingly, Gunso Afro is putting up a great match here, even though he was competing earlier tonight.
Looks like, oh, Irish whip. Duke Quinn ducking underneath. Gunso caught on the ropes.
Oh, he's going for a powerbomb. Oh, wait a second. Duke Quinn. Duke Quinn with a Hurricane Rana. Duke Quinn is going to total domination.
I'll admit that was a thing of beauty. I thought for sure Gunso was going to powerbomb it over the top rope. But Quinn able to reverse at the last second, getting the Hurricane Rana and securing his spot and the world title picture at total domination.
There is no doubt about it. He may have come in with little experience, but Duke Quinn has rocketed to the top of SNT.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our main event has been set for total domination. Duke Quinn versus Tyrannosaurus for the SNT World Championship.
And Duke Quinn is pumped up. He's made it to the top of the mountain. I'm not sure what can bring this guy down right now.
I mean, a sad one-legged puppy would probably do it. But either way, thank you all for watching SNT Warpath. For Angus Critiques, I'm Bert.
Whoa, hell, hold the phone, Bert. Hang on, wait a second. Tyrannosaurus just came out here. And he's got oh my god, a sledgehammer to the, oh, in the head. Tyrannosaurus beating down his new opponent.
Oh my god. We saw him beat down 8-Bit Misfit earlier. What's he doing? Is he gonna go? Please. Oh, don't get back. Oh, come on.
Tyrannosaurus isn't done, and we know what he's gonna do, Bert.
It's all about sending your message to your opponent, Angus. What better way to do that than with a prehistoric powerbomb after going through a gauntlet of 19 other superstars to get a title shot.
It's a real show of poor sportsmanship, if you ask me.
I mean, no one did ask you, Angus, but I have to agree with you. I think Tyrannosaurus is finally getting out of here.
But look at this, Bert. Quinn already back to his feet. And these two men are going to meet one-on-one at total domination. And it is not going to end well for one of them.
I'm betting on Tyrannosaurus in that one, Angus.
I am agreeing with you there, Bert. The cards are definitely stacked against the Dukester.
Either way, he put on a tremendous act tonight and is now on his way to our biggest pay-per-view.
Thank you all so much for watching SNT Warpath. I'm Angus Critiques, and for Bert Chapman, we'll see you in WWE 2K17. Good night, everybody.